Nobody sells more muscle than Mecum. Nobody.
1,500,000. I have $1 million.
Mecum High Performance Auctions, now in our 20th year with 50,000 cars sold. Go to Mecum.com to view our schedule of upcoming auctions and the inventory to be offered. Nobody sells more muscle than Mecum.
Yes!
Nobody.
When you go around it, you got to make it even look greater, okay?
Uh-huh. Turn on, well, that's right. I was going to say to turn on the neon, but it says Chevy.
Yeah, but that might give me a little buzz, too. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Ready?
Go ahead. You are on.
Hello again, everybody. The next car that you've selected to view on ClassicMuscleCars.com, and some of you are watching on ClassicMuscleCars.com TV, is a new arrival here to our establishment. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit in great detail about the market and cars like this. This is a 1970 Challenger 340 automatic with air conditioning convertible. Beautiful E-body. This is a numbers car, original motor, and it also has a factory broadcast sheet. GM, we call the documentation not a broadcast sheet, we call it a build sheet. But that's not on all GM cars. It's usually found very few cases in 1969, a lot more common in 1970 on GM. Most of all the Mopar built cars, Dodge and Plymouth, this is common to have the broadcast sheet. And what that is, for those of you who may not know, is all the numbers of what it takes to build this car. They would get this on the assembly line. They would look at all these numbers. They had codes and books to go by, and it would tell them what color, what options, what car, etc., etc. So this is the heart and soul of paperwork and documentation for one of these cars that are built when they go down the assembly line. Now, in today's times, a lot of you know that we've had situations where people have made paperwork, okay, for GM, Mopar, etc. It's a little bit harder, I would say, to take and create a Mopar car to be something different than what it really is, because the VIN, which is attached to the car, and in several locations, the alternate VIN tells you what engine came in the car, which a lot of GMs, for example, didn't start doing that until 1972. So because of that, you get a lot of gray areas in GM-built cars unless you have perfect documentation, and you want to make sure you've got really real documentation. Now, brings me to what I want to tell you about with this particular car. This is a highly restored car. This is a highly desirable car. It's a beautiful color combination. B5 blue, white top, white interior, white stripe. Jeremy's going to go around. He's going to show you this car in great detail. Now, just as little as a year ago and 2 years ago, cars like this, folks, no BS, were selling as high as $250,000. Now, what we have today is a leveled off market. Everybody that owns real estate out there, you know what's going on in the real estate market. Well, it's kind of the same thing that happens in high-level cars and collector cars. The market right now is at an all-time low for cars like this. This car has had an immense amount of money that was spent in terms of restoration. Chrysler cars are a lot more pricey to restore than GM or Ford products, because a lot of the parts they don't remake. You have to find NOS or nice original parts to redo in order to do one of these cars when you restore them. It's not, you can open up a catalog and find a lot of parts, but a lot of the trim pieces, a lot of the sheet metal, things like that is hard to come by. So it costs a lot more money to restore Mopar cars compared to GM or Ford. In today's market, okay, and we just looked at the today NADA book value on this car, okay. And I will tell you that this is a bottom now. We finally hit the bottom on cars like this. This car was turning as high as $250,000 as little as a year to 2 years ago. Here we are today at $105,490 for this car. Okay? That's the value set for this car. Native book values on cars like this are set to their categories as being excellent. Excellent condition is not superior. It's not over that. Okay? So, and they make that clear in their explanation about pricing, that the other category being over the board restored can be worth a lot of money, more than what their book value is. But it's safe to say with the car that we're standing in front of right now, absolutely, because it's an air car, it adds a little bit to it, has a market price of $105,490. Now, I'm going to tell you, 29 years that I've been in business, I have never, ever been wrong in my forecast of the market. 2 years ago, I was telling competitors in my business that this day would come. This day is here. Okay? We're now able to get some cars, bring them in here, and give some of you folks who are very smart an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of a true investment. It's no different if you go down a block and you find a house for sale and there's 10 others like it, you might be able to find a deal, right? And you know if you buy that house, the real estate market's going to come back. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, in 29 years, I saw 3 major downturns in the collector car market with muscle cars, Class A muscle cars. And in all of that time, they all came back. Okay? This is no different in today's market. We're dealing not just with what the car is really worth. What's included in doing one of these cars is the cost of restoration, and that factors into the pricing of a car. Okay? It's very, very expensive to redo a car today. You can pay $85 to $100 or more per hour for restoration shops to do restorations on cars. Because the prices came up so much in the last 2 years, a lot of cars have been restored. A lot of cars have had serious restoration money put in them. This car is that way. This is a beautiful restoration. Everything that needed to be done was done. You're going to get a great opportunity at a great price here to not only start out and get instant equity in this car. In the year to 2 years, I would say about 2 years coming up, this car could double in value. Okay, double. And it'll be back to the price that we've seen a year to 2 years ago. So now's the time for you who have sit back and waited this market out. Here's an opportunity to get in on the ground floor on a key investment car here at ClassicMuscleCars.com. We're offering this beautifully restored, numbers matching 70 Challenger convertible, 340 automatic with air, rear wing in the back too, which I'm going to show you, at an incredibly low price of $74,000. That's a deal. Give Randy a call at 847-526-5950. He can give you a lot more photographs, and Jeremy's going to go through, sit back and watch this video, because he's going to give you an incredible view of what this car is all about and how highly it was restored.
Grundy Worldwide recognizes that as a car collector, you want to protect your investment. At Grundy Worldwide, we offer agreed value coverage, unlimited mileage, the highest liability limits, and most importantly, low premiums. For fast quotes on coverage in all 50 states and for worldwide touring coverage, visit Grundy Worldwide at www.grundy.com and do it today.
Factory fresh. Beautiful job on restoration. The bumper, the lenses, the dual exhaust coming through the valance there. Beautiful. Factory fresh license plate frame there. Let's continue down. Let's see what it looks like underneath. And underneath, nothing but beautiful, fresh. Quiet on the set. Fresh gas tank. The exhaust is fresh. The frame is ultra clean. And these are air adjustable shocks back here. I think we've seen enough down here. It kind of speaks for itself, actually. One last look under the deck lid here. We'll close it up. looking extremely nice here. And yes, the key buzzer does work. And as Linda Vaughn, the First Lady of Classic Muscle Cars, said to us, buy American. We sell American pride at ClassicMuscleCars.com.
America has trusted J.J. Best Bank & Company for fast and simple financing. We know the value and understand the collateral, whatever the vehicle type or year. J.J. Best Bank & Company is recognized as a leader in the specialty automobile financing industry. At J.J. Best, our basic philosophy is the customer comes first. That's why we are the largest lender of our type in the country. With national lending ability, we offer low rates and long terms. J.J. Best Bank & Company, the knowledge, appreciation, and understanding of specialty automobiles. Drive the dream.